It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's gonna be a good one. Next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, ready to get things started. And off we go from Denver. This one taken at the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here's 1st and 10. He connects with Mims. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
20-yard pickup there. Good for a Denver first down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that'll be batted down and incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. DJ Dallas now to return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I just love watching Kyler Murray play quarterback, Mike, because it just reminds you that they come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, to be this small, but this fast and have that much arm talent, you just don't see that combination very often, let alone in the NFL. But we are now more than a year removed from that knee injury. I think he's ready to prove that he was worth that #1 overall pick just a few seasons ago, and he considers himself one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL now that he's fully healthy again.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Now Murray on 1st down. Taking off.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, and they'll run it with Connor. And he'll get forward for a couple. Alex Singleton there on the tackle. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner, the quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. Here's 2nd and 6. Gonna work Connor in the middle here. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try and run for this with Connor. And they bring him down at the 23, but that will do just fine. Move the chains. 1st down picked up. They put Wilson in motion. 1st down throw for Murray. He's got it at about the 8. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
So as this nice drive continues, Mike, they find themselves first and goal. Offensively, anytime you maintain possession for this long, you have to come away with a touchdown. It feels to me, you settle for a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. They'll run it here, and it's Connor. And he will dive into the end zone. James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Cardinals move out to a 7-3 lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the second time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Nix. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Nice job by the defense there. Took away all the options downfield, and quarterback realized pretty quickly, I got no choice but to check this down, and results in no gain.
3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll go right and find his running back, and he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The break, the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He's going to run it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
There he goes, inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. That one knocked away and incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll throw. It's Knicks. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive, and here's 3rd and 4. Knicks from the gun on 3rd down. And the Broncos are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Give him 16 there, and a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased, but listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll go with him again. And this time he's in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Broncos are on top. It's now 10-7. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. To return is Greg Dortch. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Working out of the gun, Murray. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
He'll throw on first down with Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Now Murray to throw on second down. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
On third down, Murray. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Murray. Quick throw, taken in. Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Broncos have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. Second down and 3. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I return to Denver after this. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Play action now. It's Nix. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
A first down throw for Nix. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Here's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And off the deflection, it is taken in. And he's trying to power forward, but no dice. They're going to stop him behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We were treated to a fine first half from running back J.K. Dobbins. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Dortch now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Murray. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Play action now. It's Murray. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
I love these crossing routes, Mike. Not only do they put so much stress into the deep layers of the defense, but they really allow the wide receivers to run with the ball after the catch. We just saw a great example why, and it led to a huge chunk play.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. A throw on the move is caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Murray gonna fire this one out to Harrison. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Running here is Connor. Able to break a tackle as he powers forward 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again here to Connor. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. And he will get into the end zone. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Arizona. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Extra point now by Ryland. He's got it, and the Cardinals are on top. It's 14-10. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the zone read, this is Nix. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll throw. It's Nix. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
On the return, it's Dortch. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Connor. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Murray. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The quarterback just has no chance to escape when the offensive line gets beat that fast. When the defensive line can get in the backfield before the quarterback even hits his back foot of his drop, he's got no choice but to just eat the sack and live to play another play.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. And back deep is Marvin Mims. He'll take this in back at the 16. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Nix. Off he goes. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Nix now on 1st and 10. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
2nd down, Nix. He runs with it, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Ingram able to get open, makes the catch.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. On first down, the drive begins with Connor. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Murray keeping it himself, and he'll get about 5.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Murray looking to throw. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Murray on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Harrison. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's an Arizona 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now let's give running left. It's Connor. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now Murray. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll run it on 1st down with Connor. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to Connor. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. To throw is Murray. They'll look to set up the screen here. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, when you call a screen play, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
The Cardinals line up for a punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Back to throw is Nix. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
They'll go play action with Nix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And third down coming up.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
This one heads directly out of bounds. Going to mark it just on the other side of midfield. The Cardinals offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That's caught over the middle, it's Wilson. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Murray with a give to Connor. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. McBride is the motion man. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
He keeps it himself, and he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun, and this is Connor. And he's into the end zone. James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. That his 2nd touchdown tonight.
And that's exactly how you stress all week finishing a game. get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now Ryland for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cardinals are out to a 21-10 lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Gonna return this from the 10. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Broncos offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen here. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be called in. He's got it. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So, certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, got to be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
A 1-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. Past midfield.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch them by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
The Cards offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. Out of the gun, and they'll run it with Connor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. They get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Third and 9. Now it's Murray. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Trying to get to that pylon, not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 47 yards.
That's about as electric as it gets for the quarterback position. There's just frankly not a lot of guys in the league that are capable of making such a play. You could see when he turned into a runner, there was an extra gear in there, and when he was all said and done, he sets up 1st and goal.
The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.